Welcome, welcome. This is Cindy, your host over at Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. Well, hello, hello. Today is National Social Media Day. Definitely will be celebrating today and throughout the weekend. So a little bit about me. I am the founder of National Bucket List Day, which happens every April 24th. And make sure you go to nationaldaycalendar.com and also National Bucket List Day. I'm also the host of Bucket List Coach. Sorry. So in this show, I am interviewing my friends who are just living the life to the fullest and they're making the most of the dash. And I'm also the celebration ambassador of National Day Calendar, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. And so today on National Social Media Day, I've heard about this about 10 years ago. One of my friends, when I lived in Northern California, was having a family tragedy, and her niece was on her bicycle, lost control, and hit her head first into a semi. So she was in a coma for, I believe, 3 to 6 months. Yeah, it was quite a bit. And so I decided I wanted to do a comedy tweet up. So we've paid it forward to her and we raised money. And that's kind of where I started social media. And I also started a social media management company. You can check out Surf City Aloha Marketing. And I started that many, many years ago. And now I just teach people how to do their social media. And today I have Chris and Amy, and Amy will be on in just a minute. And then I have my friend Kim Ferguson with Pearlholics. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi. Well, let's go into Chris first. And let's talk about National Day Calendar and all about Social Media Day.
Well, yeah, National Day Calendar, we are the source for all those fun and quirky days you hear about on the news or on social media, the hashtag holidays, as it were. And Social Media Day is just one of those days where it's like everyone puts a knock on social media for being a drain on society or things like that. But, during COVID, we really realized, how virtually connecting with people is also important. And so Social Media Day is just a day to pause, reach out to folks you haven't maybe talked to in a while, and just kind of remember that just because it's a virtual connection doesn't mean it's not a real connection, and avoiding some of the negativity that's out there.
Yes, and my guest yesterday, we actually talked about that during COVID. The Huntington Beach 4th of July parade was on halt. And so he did a 4th of July bike parade, which only started with a few hundred people. And I believe last year was around 3, 4, 5,000 people just riding their bike through a little route from the local park into Main Street, downtown Huntington Beach. And one of the things I talked about yesterday is it's so important to get off social media and start making those connections off social media and start building those relationships, paint the town red, go on vacation and, pay it forward to another local business and, stimulate, like say, if they're a small business restaurant or some kind of excursion company or whatever the case may be, is, it's just so important to get off social media. So can you tell the history of Social Media Day?
I don't really know much of the history of Social Media Day. I'm going to have to consult the authority on this one. It's been around since before we founded ourselves back in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm not even sure why they picked the 30th, but it's let's see here.
Hello, Amy.
Okay, yeah, we're going back here at Mashable.com, the tech news site, founded this day back in 2010, and we don't know much more beyond it than that.
Wow. Okay.
So, if anybody's out there and has some more information they want us to add, that we could add to the site where we're giving some more of the history of these days, reach out to us.
Yes, the Social Media Examiner. Are they on that article as well? Because they just posted something today.
No, I don't see them. We just have them down there. It was founded by Mashable in 2010.
Okay.
So. Social Media Day was founded by Mashable. What is Mashable?
Mashable is a kind of a tech news aggregator website.
Gotcha.
Well, I have something to say to Amy today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Woo-hoo!
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you.
What do you have there?
So Cindy sent me a birthday present, and I didn't open it because I've been waiting to open it now. She sends me a little something every year, which is kind of nice.
And
A card that says,
birthday.
"Happy birthday, woohoo, Amy." And unboxing.
Unboxing.
Oh. It says, "Cheers, Amy." Cheers, Cindy. Thank you.
Oh, a little
that's
wine
so
cup
nice.
with the little
Yeah.
lips.
Thank you so much. I'll have some wine later, and I'll let you know how it holds the wine.
Yeah, it holds pretty good. So, what do you guys want to talk about, Chris and Amy, and then we'll go into Kim afterwards. So let's talk a little bit first off on how people can become a celebration ambassador and what's the value of that.
Well, you can become a celebration ambassador by visiting our website and putting in your application. There's a series of questions that we ask about your social media, a little bit about yourselves, what day you like to celebrate, or days. And I guess the value of it depends on how you embrace the national days. There's no better way to describe the value of having being a National Day ambassador. I'm going to use you as an example because you are probably our most interactive ambassador. I should let you explain everything that you've been doing to give people a better idea of what the benefit of being an ambassador is.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that because there is an upcoming book where there's a whole chapter on how to leverage the National Day calendar. So I started sharing, I believe, 15 or 16. And in 2020, I actually reached out to Amy and asked her if they have an ambassadorship. She said, as a matter of fact, we do. Go here to our website, fill it out. And I was trying to find reasons to send people gifts besides just, a brownie gift on National Brownie Day or a wine gift on National Wine Day. I wanted different ideas on how I could love on people. And because it's not just all about building your business, it's about building on others. It's about building up others. It's just making a difference for no reason at all. Birthdays, half birthdays, for instance, National Cheesecake Day is a good way to pay it forward and stimulate a local business. Cheesecake Factory actually is in my Mailbox Power account. Mailbox Power is a way for, like how I sent that gift to Amy, that was done through the Mailbox Power system. And being a travel agent, also a marketer, it's different ideas. Like when it's a client's passport due date, I need to find a way I can integrate that somehow with a national day. So many different ways. And a lot of people just don't have enough gratitude. And also, November is National Gratitude Month. Coming up on August 19th is Aviation Day, Aviation Week. In November, Aviation History Day or Aviation History Month. If anybody knows me, they know I am a big fan of the F-14 Tomcat. Marlo Anderson, he was on just grilling me with all these questions that half of them I couldn't answer related to aviation. So just so many different things,
You've also been given the opportunity to found your own national day, which is National Bucket List Day.
Mm-hmm.
And that was something that you decided to do this past year. And it has been very successful because everybody has a bucket list, and so you took opportunity of, for that. And you utilize the national days in a lot of ways that a lot of people don't. And by that, I mean, you visit local establishments in your area. You post while you're there. You share whatever the day is. You indulge in whatever food day it is. And that's the kind of interaction that is good for people.
Well, let me mention what's coming up. So on the 4th, of course, is 4th of July, but it is also Caesar Salad Day. So if you don't know, the Caesar salad was actually created at Caesar Cardini's restaurant in Tijuana, Mexico. That's the 4th. The 5th is Hawaii Day, and I stimulate a local Hawaiian restaurant or a poke shop and go and have ahi poke, or I could even go to Huntington Beach Pier, and we got Duke's Restaurant, which is originally from Hawaii. So we have Malibu. I believe there's one near Dana Point, and then also right in downtown Huntington Beach.
Nice.
Yeah, and on the 7th is National Dive Bar Day, and the list keeps on going and going and going.
Yes.
Simply go to the website. You could find the National Day, National Weeks, and National Months.
Yes. One of the benefits of being a celebration ambassador for National Day Calendar is that if you own a business, a small business or a large business, we're going to use you as an example because your followers and your demographic and your reach has increased significantly because of National Day Calendar. If you want to explain a little bit about how that works for you and what you do.
As far as just the things I post on how it gets your people.
Yeah.
Well, basically, I'm just going to go to the calendar, or I have a paper calendar, or I go through the app, or even the website. And a lot of times, sometimes I won't do it as much because I've been working on.
Yes.
Hopefully, when I go to Vegas for 10 days, I'm gonna focus and just get the National Day Calendar chapter done. I've been trying, but then with getting the National Bucket List Day going, it was a big challenge to try to do everything. But basically, I'm just finding ways that I could connect people to other people.
Yes.
Being the connector and not just saying, this is me, this is my travel business. Yeah, I post about my travel business. I post about the gifts that I send and all that. But it's all about being the connector. So just picking up the phone and saying, hey, did you know that it is National Dive Bar Day? Why don't we go down to this local tavern on the 7th and we could, stimulate this small business. And then all of that just starts to snowball. And you're not just the person who is just about business. You're the person who's about connecting people to other people.
Yes. Now, you've also been given some opportunity to attend a couple of events, and one recently was a really large event in your community. National Volkswagen Bus Day was established earlier in June, and we had asked you to attend on our behalf so you could get us some video footage. And one of the perks that you got was you got to hang out backstage with everybody involved in putting that event on, and you met some pretty nice people. Can you tell us a little bit about what that did for you?
Oh, wow. Is that without crying?
Yeah, without crying.
Oh, man. I originally Northern California, and I would go to the beach almost every weekend. And I've always been intrigued by surfing. That's why I moved here to Surf City, USA. And definitely on my bucket list, on my van porn bucket list, I want to say, is the VW bus. And when I moved out to Huntington Beach, I connected to Mr. Don Ramsey, and he's with the Cowabunga Van Clan. And he has a couple events a year where he features all his vans. There's, I believe this year was like 130 different vans. And when I heard that there was an International VW Bus Day, I was beyond stoked. And the opportunity to interview the president and CEO of Volkswagen of America, I want to say is one of the most amazing experiences of my lifetime. So thank you for that.
Yes, and the reason I had brought that up was not to make you get emotional. It was just to tell people who might be interested in being an ambassador, or if we have some current ambassadors listening, the kinds of opportunities that are available for you to utilize, take advantage of. Engagement is important. and we want to help people, make the most of their ambassadorship. And the opportunity that you had this summer was a great opportunity, and we hope to get more of those around the country with other ambassadors. And that's why I wanted you to share a little bit about what it was.
Wow. Yeah, that's just a very small piece of what this is. And yeah, I want to say my ultimate bucket list really is to get on an aircraft carrier, because the U.S. Navy has a program there where you can be a guest for 3 days.
Yeah, and didn't you attend the movie premiere last year for Top Gun?
I didn't make the movie premiere, but I did go to Top Gun movie night that they
That's
hold
what,
every yeah. But next to that is becoming a founder of National Bucket List Day, because originally I wanted to do National Networking Day. Remember?
Yes, I remember.
Like, Bucket List Day is available. I'm like, interesting. Okay, let's run with it then.
Yeah. I had a gut feeling that the Bucket List Day was going to be huge, and it is very huge. For the first year, you did extremely well as far as engagement, and it's only going to get better.
Well, let's talk about how important that is, because if you're going to become a founder of a national day, you have to be consistent.
Yes.
Every year you want to be promoting your day. If you get your day and it's just the one time, then, a lot of that's going to kind of fall to the side. So let's tell my audience how important that is. And what's the value of becoming a founder of a national day?
Well, the value of becoming a founder of a national day, it does a lot of different things. For one thing, it brings brand awareness to the organization or company. And what happens is when you found a national day with National Day Calendar, that particular day and organization feeds off of everything that we've established on social media as far as our followers, our reach. We provide organic content that you can't get anywhere else. And, we like to celebrate with people. We like to create new national days. Everything we do is a lot of fun, but there's only benefits to founding a national day. But like you said, it is up to the individual to keep going forward, to keep bringing awareness. Fortunately, some companies do it one time and that's all they need to do. However, most days are not like that. So when we decide to choose a national day, we always encourage people, let's touch base with us next year around your time. We'll see what we can do. We'll promote your day with you. If you're doing anything in particular, an event or something, let us know. We'd be happy to share that information. You've jumped on that bandwagon pretty quickly. Your first National Bucket List Day turned into a celebration of a cruise, and it was very successful. You had a great time. This coming year, Cindy has put together a package in Cancun for National Bucket List Day. I'm on the list. I'm going. We talked about it and decided to spend a little time together, have a little bit of adventure, and that's been really successful for you. But that just goes to show that your drive and your desire to be successful with your national day, I mean, you're taking full advantage of everything that you possibly can.
Yes, and we have 25 rooms. So that means that at least 45 to 50 people will be on this trip. The first one was 8.
Yes.
8 people. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm looking forward to it. My daughter's looking forward to it because she's going. A new adventure. I guess the only thing that I have to say is reach out to Cindy. She's a good teacher. She has great ideas. She is the ultimate ambassador as far as how to utilize what she has in front of her and make the most of it. And the things that she does are very inexpensive. She's not spending very little money. I mean, so she's doing everything organic. She has all these great ideas. If you want to reach out to me, that's fine too. I can hook you guys up, or I can just relay messages and point you in the right direction. But we'd like to see all of our celebration ambassadors get to the level that you're at. And we hope that having this conversation encourages them to want to learn more and see what else they can do. Oh,
I knew it.
Cindy.
I made it 20 minutes. Well, the next part before we get over to Kim, let's talk about how someone can have their own day. Like, what's the whole process? How do they get chosen? Are there certain categories that are locked in? Are there certain categories that are locked out?
Well, the rules are we have no rules. Basically, what they have to do is submit an application. We do have a little bit of criteria for people who would like to submit a national day, and it's very simple criteria. The first thing you want to do is get the application in, and what we'd like you to do is to provide us with as much information as you possibly can. We need to authenticate what your claim is, and we want to make sure that what you're telling us is reliable. We always tell people, provide us with the right phone numbers and email addresses, because if your day is approved and we don't have that information, we can't get a hold of you. The application itself is super simple. It doesn't ask a lot of personal information. The main component of the application is the story. Details about what your day means, what it is, why it means so much. Why do you think it would mean so much to somebody else? The more information you have, the more likely you are is to get a review. We get a lot of applications every day, and we do look at most of them. The ones we don't look at, are inappropriate, and we're not going to waste their time on that. But we do get those kind too. But, submit the application. You could have a great idea. Just keep in mind that we don't review the days the same day that you submit them. It does take a little bit of time. There are a lot of days that are coming in, and we have to get our committee together at a time that works for everybody, because we do discuss this information. We do the research. So, there's Marlo and Fluffy at Volkswagen Day. That was an awesome picture.
Yes.
Yeah, so, start at the beginning and just submit the day. That's the best place to start.
And I will say that you have to be patient.
Yes.
Because they get how many submissions every single month? So
well, overall, we get thousands of submissions a year.
Wow.
And it takes time. It takes time to read through them. It takes time to discuss them. And so patience is a good thing. We appreciate that very much.
Awesome.
I do want to mention that something that we do have, a National Day calendar. Some people are familiar with it, but a lot of people may not be aware, is that we have a radio station. And Chris is the keeper of the radio station, and I want to bring him into the conversation to let people know what the radio station is about. Do a little promotion on the radio station and check it out, because it's not like any other radio station that you hear. Go ahead. You want to tell us a little bit more about it, Chris?
Yeah, National Day Radio, it's one of our newest offers. Go to nationaldaycalendar.com, and there's a embedded music player on all of our websites, all of the pages on our website, and it's basically just going to be happy, fun songs, and basically from any decade. I even got stuff back from the 30s. If it's happy, it's fun, we're going to play it. And then what we try to do is throughout the day, we intersperse little factoids about what day it is. Marlo does a podcast, and that runs at the top of every hour. That picks 2 days and goes through those, and then throughout the rest of the day, we throw out little snippets. The main thing I try to do is tie the celebration for that particular day to a song. So, like today is International Asteroid Day. So, what song am I playing? "Waiting for a Star to Fall" by Boy Meets Girl. Nature Photography Day. It's Into the Great Wide Open by Tom Petty. So that's the kind of stuff we do. And I have this library of knowledge about
He does have
songs.
a very fun job.
And so you tell me I mean, you tell me we're doing something for National Reindeer Cherry Day, then okay, Mellencamp Cherry Bomb. Okay. So yeah, you just throw that out there and you just play the songs and you have some fun.
What's so cool about the radio station, like you said, is that we don't have a specific music genre. We play everything. We play country, rock, gospel, jazz,
Nice.
cartoon music, music from, I don't know, just about anything.
I've
Old
got TV show theme
westerns.
songs. I've got
Yes.
for the state days. There's this an artist who's recorded all the state songs. I play the state songs on the state days. We've partnered with this videographer, a YouTuber out of Denver. She does this every day. She picks a day and she talks about it. So we run her stuff at 9:45 Central every morning, followed by a song about the day. And we're just getting the word out about why you should celebrate every day.
And the radio station is very family friendly. Unlike a lot of the contemporary stations, that there might be some songs you don't want your 5-year-old to hear. Our station is very family friendly. Nothing we play on there is offensive or inappropriate. It's available for kids from all ages, all the way to adults. So give us a listen. You find us on our website, give us a listen, and let us know what you think.
And we're always looking for people that want to get their voice on the radio. We'll always be willing to record stuff. If there's a day you want to talk about, we'll get together with you and we'll record some content and we'll get you out there. It's the people's radio station.
Yes, it's the people's radio station because we are National Day Calendar. I'm going to sign off, guys. I have some things I need to take care of. Thank you for the birthday gift and the birthday wish, and we'll talk this weekend.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Amy. Happy birthday. Chris, do you know how many new national days do you add a year, do you think? Do you know that, or
25 to 30?
Okay.
Just depends on that's what we look for. Is we have about 25 to 30, I think, a year is what we have room for. Just it's mainly the staff time for all the research and everything we need to do, because we don't want to just take somebody's money and put a day up on a calendar and just leave it at that. I mean, we want to actually provide something of value, and that takes time to put together. The history, the reasoning, the hashtags,
how
social
did
media
national days come about? Do you know? Do you know how they got started, or?
Well, a lot of them, from the old 1800s, it was somebody wanted to do a proclamation, so a president would proclaim National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds Day, which is the oldest one on our calendar and the weirdest one. And nobody forgets about these over time, and so, or somebody that just has an interest in it. National Talk Like a Pirate Day was 2 guys in their dorm room who decided to be silly one day, and then Dave Barry wrote an article about it, and all of a sudden everybody's doing it. So we're just we build on that. And then you have companies that want to promote something, National Avocado Day, VW Bus Day. So we have some iconic brands out there. Smarties, the roll powder candy. I mean, we've got National Smarties Day, Gummy Bear Day,
Measuring Tape Day,
which is on my birthday.
It is. And what else is on your birthday?
French Friday this year, second Friday of the month.
Isn't it Naked Day too?
It's National Nude Day.
Oh, Nude Day. Okay, I knew it was something like that.
I need a place to store my ketchup. The fries.
I'm gonna have to go look up what my day is now.
Yeah, it's a big list today. It's also it's also Bastille Day, Grand Marnier Day. So I got some orange flavored cognac going on. Yeah, there's all sorts of weird days on my birthday.
And it's Ice Cream Day. Well, last year it was Ice Cream Day, like the Sunday after your birthday. I think a couple days after your birthday.
And tomorrow, July 1st, it's Creative Ice Cream Flavors Day.
Ooh.
So if you're in the mood for some liverwurst and onion ice cream, find your local whatever.
Garlic ice cream is actually really good. Like up north, they used to have the garlic festival, and it had the garlic ice cream before, and it was actually pretty. It tastes just like nut in there. It doesn't even taste like garlic.
So when you put in your submission for a national day, do you actually put what day you're looking for too, or does the national day team pick a day for that day? That
you basically come to us and say, we want to celebrate this in August or on August 3rd. Pick a specific day. If there's something going on and that's that day doesn't have some sort of significance or meaning.
Mhm.
We like to say that, well, you picked this day because that's when something was founded or something was created or first invented. A lot of times, some of the summer celebration days, they occur right before Memorial Day, so they change every year. We call those floaters, and sometimes the floaters don't do as well, particularly if they're not consistent. So a specific day works, but you don't want to maybe wind up with picking a day that already has 20 other national days on it,
Yeah.
because then you might get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
So we will work with you if we think that particular day doesn't work. But if ultimately it's what day you want, what month you want, and we start from there.
Exactly. Yeah, because on my day there was only one other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was a good day to pick. Although I would like to do something later in the year, and then like how he was talking about proclamations. I actually got a proclamation from the city mayor of Las Vegas, city mayor of Huntington Beach, and also Senator Janet Nguyen. And next year we're working on California Bucket List Day. We already have California Surfing Day, so planning to go actually to the Senate floor up in Sacramento to get that proclamated. So that's going to be pretty huge for our state.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, let's get into you. So I'm just going to pop this on the screen real quick. So this Sunday, Aloha Fair in the little parking lot there at AAA on Beach Boulevard. Let's talk about what you got going on this weekend.
So, oh, you talk about getting emotional. I don't know what just happened. Yeah, so I am the founder of pearlaholics.com. And I started years ago by opening oysters, and like you kind of see when you go to SeaWorld or, just those fun places. And I actually, my husband sourced oysters from Japan years ago, and I started opening them online on Facebook Lives. And that business took off like wildfire. It was completely insane. And I was still working a full-time job at that time, and just some situations came up, and I stayed with my full-time job, and I kind of let the Pearlaholics business kind of just sit and marinate. Well, it's been 3 years. It's marinated long enough, and I'm now back to doing it full time. I did leave my job of 21 years, and
Woo-hoo.
yeah, I know. I'm going all in on pearlaholics.com. So this is my first big event. Um, and I have added permanent jewelry to my repertoire. So not only will I be creating jewelry on lives, and still keep that social aspect, but I also will be out in the community doing permanent jewelry as well. Permanent jewelry is actually welding a piece of chain on as either a bracelet, a necklace, a ring, an anklet. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. I've seen some belly bracelets, that are connected to your belly button and ring and
nice.
weird stuff like that. So you can get real creative, which is fun. It's a really fun outlet. So most jewelry you'll see has a clasp. Oh, this is really hard to see. But this does not have a clasp. So I actually own a welding machine. It's not welded to my skin. It's just welded to each other. There's a little jump ring, and that jewelry is now on me and on that person. And I have lots of different chain types that you can select from. So when somebody comes to my booth, they can select either from gold, rose gold, or sterling silver, and you can have charms put onto them. You really couldn't see, but I do have some charms on mine, and you just probably takes about 10-15 minutes to select the jewelry how you want it. Then it's quickly welded on, and then you're on your way, and it's very, very addictive.
Is that
I'm
your
not a
website?
person. That is my website, yes.
Okay.
And it's still in the works because we're in the process, like I said, of getting everything going. But you can see in that first picture there, if you, yeah, right there is actually good, right where you were. Just go up just a little bit more, Cindy. You can actually, oh, sorry, go down. I was, when you're trying to touch your screen, just go down just a little bit more. And you'll actually see somebody getting welded. So it doesn't hurt. There is a piece of leather between you and the actual the TIG welder that's we utilize to weld the two pieces of metal together. And yeah, like I said, it's just a fun way. It's unique, right? You're selecting something that nobody else has, and you get to personalize it in any way that you want. So if you're celebrating a national day or some sort of celebration, or my husband's idea is to have generations of people come. So if you have like 4 generations, maybe they all get the same type of jewelry that will, bond them. This is what was seen on Netflix. I guess I should have started with that. But yeah, it's a pretty fun and unique way to just spend some time. Yeah, for sure.
So are you going to have those pieces at the Aloha Fair on Sunday?
I will. I can actually kind of show you just a couple of things here. I have a couple of chains. Maybe you can see that a little bit easier. So yeah, so you
Oh,
select
nice.
from the chain. So this is a rose gold chain. This one happens to, it's very shiny, and see that. And then you can select a charm, like I said, to stick on there. We're going to have some finished pieces as well. I do have some pieces left over from my business previously that I will have out there as well. We'll have a little water station, and I'm going to have, we're calling it a hydration station, because we're going to have some different types of fruits and herbs and stuff to kind of make your water taste good. And yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be food trucks out there. There's lots of other vendors. There is live music and entertainment, and it goes from 10 until 4. And yeah, I think it's going to be a great time. I'm super looking forward to it. It's the first time that I'm attending this. So I think it's going to be great.
And we'll be live on Bucket List Coach Web Show if anybody wants to tune in. And also Cindy
perfect.
Lee and Kim Ferguson. Yeah, we'll start doing some lives, and we could probably even do a promotion really quickly, probably tomorrow at some point. Maybe we could just hop on here real quick.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
so in closing, I always ask this question: what will you do today or this weekend or over the next week that you're going to perform a random act of kindness to a random stranger? Chris.
Well, see, I got to find a stranger first. I don't know. You always ask me this when I'm on, and I can never come up with a solution. Um, for me, it's all about random. The randomness for me is just breaking out into song randomly whenever my wife says a word, and then I just make her roll her eyes, and that's what really brings it home for me. It's just if she's had a horrible day, I get up in front of her and I start singing the Gummy Bear song. So it's
Oh my God. And there is a National Gummy Bear Day.
There is.
Kim.
I even had time to think about it. So if it's going to be a random act, okay, I don't know what it's going to be, but I will commit to you that I will leave my house, which is saying a lot right now. We're getting ready to move across country. So I will leave my house today, and I will seek out a person to just do something just do something nice for them. Whether that generally that means my husband's normally trying to feed somebody who's on the street. So so maybe to be that, or I don't know. We'll go out. I will commit to you that I will go out today and do some random acts of kindness for sure.
Okay. So if you've seen my post, you know I always do hashtag 1,000 watt smiles. So, and then I actually talk about that in my book. So what I like to do is actually, if I go to a restaurant, I've done this where somebody in the restaurant, it's their birthday. Literally, I'll just walk up to a complete stranger and sing. When I was on the cruise ship, there was a young man, I think 23, 24 years old. It was his birthday. Someone said it was his birthday. I'm like, hold up. I'm going to do my Marilyn Monroe. Yes, I sang happy birthday there. The comedian mentioned it was his birthday. And then you know how they do their little skit, their little deal. And then they're out like shaking hands or selling books or something or CDs, right? And I said, dude, it's your birthday? Bring it. And then, yeah, I just went full send. I don't know, there's like 50 people around. So that's what I do. Definitely, I like to buy a homeless person like a sandwich or like maybe a cookie and water. Always finding different things to do. And number one, what I like to do is when I go to Costco, because I know there's a lot of people there, I'm going to say hi to at least 50 to 60 people. And I'm not kidding you, maybe 3 people say hi back. And of course,
that's true.
Compliment somebody, a lady on her hair, maybe a gentleman has like a nice suit. A lot of times I'll compliment a gentleman has a nice suit and then he'll say, you look good too. But then I was like, wait, I was just complimenting you. But yeah, I mean, it's just, we don't know what people are dealing with. Maybe a husband and wife may have gotten an argument before he headed out to work. And then he's at a coffee shop that I'm at and I compliment him on a smile or something, right? And you just never know. So it's so important to live that. And more importantly, get off Facebook, TikTok, all of these social media sites, although it's social media day, but go and meet somebody for coffee. Join a women's group. Kim and I and several of our girlfriends are in a women's group. And a few weeks ago, we met at this new restaurant in Huntington Beach called The Good Restaurant. And it has all these affirmations and everything like that. So that's super important. I mean, you could take a local excursion. I mean, we have right here in our backyard, 20 minutes away, Newport Beach. We have fishing. We have dolphin excursions. I mean, the dolphin excursion is only like $30. So just get together with a friend and go do something like that. And it's so important. Number one is to have some me time. So that is it for the show today. Anything you would like to add? Let's do some shout outs and let's close out. Go ahead, Chris.
Shout out to all the dinosaurs on International Asteroid Day. We miss you.
Kim.
Well, my shout out is actually to you, Cindy, because I met you through my Pearl show all those years ago, and you and I have stayed in contact, and I cannot even express just how hard you work, and and I just appreciate everything that you do, because I don't know if people understand just how hard and how much you do for people, and you do it so selflessly. And yeah, thank you.
Oh, I'm going to shout out to you two for sure, for making the time today, for adding all the value to my life. Also, everybody at National Day Calendar, Amy, Alice, we got Girl Chris over there. Bonnie, she's in the office as well, right? Does she work at your location?
Yes.
Yeah. And then our founder, Marlo Anderson. So important. And of course, I'm going to do a big shout out to Ed Romo. He's the one who is just putting this amazing bicycle run tomorrow. And I mean, just for an idea, and now we have thousands of people on their bike, creating this great memory, getting off Facebook and getting together, having drinks, having, a nice meal, and just experiencing and making the most of the dash. So thank you so much. I'm going to put you in the green room and just hang tight.
Thanks.
Thank you, Cindy.
So there you go. Make sure to go to the links here. You could connect with National Day Calendar. You can connect with Kim. And also, if you'd like to be on an upcoming podcast, I am only having several podcasts a month, only based on special occasions or national days, as I'm still working on this book that's been over a 12-year project. But definitely stay tuned and check out Growing Your Business Through Referrals and National Days. And you're going to love this book, especially learning the National Day Calendar way of my life on how you can leverage the National Day Calendar. Ciao, baby. And have a safe holiday.